Hey everybody, we are going to do sample problem 6a, and what we have here is the concept of something called momentum. And the truck weighs 2,250 kilograms and has a velocity of 25 meters per second east. So we know that things, that are massive, moving with a certain velocity, have something, but we haven't ever put really a name on it yet, and it's called momentum. And it's got a pretty deceivingly simple formula to it. The symbol for momentum is P, and the formula is simply mass times velocity. So looking at the units like we normally do, mass is kilograms, velocity would be meters per second. So this thing doesn't have a fancy name, like newtons or joules or watts. It's just kilograms times meters per second. Remember, that's not meters per second squared, that's just meters per second. So in this case, this problem is pretty darn straightforward. We got momentum equaling mass times velocity. And, momentum is that thing we use kind of to describe how hard something is. I don't want to say how hard something is to stop, because that's more inertia, but it's the thing that happens when you have a massive object moving at a certain speed. Now, this can have no acceleration whatsoever. It could have constant acceleration, but its velocity times its mass equals its momentum. So P would simply equal 2,250 kilograms times 25 meters per second. That's all there is to it on this problem. So momentum is equal to 56,250 kilogram meters per second. Now, the other very, very important thing I almost forgot to say here is that momentum is change colors here, is a vector, which means it has, remember, vector, vector has magnitude and direction, right? So this, when it says east, right, we know that on a compass, this is east and this is west. So if it gives you something that says the thing is moving west, you need to assign this value here as a negative. But in this case, it's east, so it's moving this way, sort of on the number line, and that's in the positive direction. So that's why this is actually positive. So you really got to watch for that. That's one of the trickier parts to this. And like I said, this is deceiving because this little harmless thing here is pretty darn complicated and can be substituted and manipulated, and you can make tons of different formulas out of it, which we will do in the next sample problem. For right now, though, that was sample problem 6a, and you have a good one.